So welcome back, guys.
Welcome back,
Welcome
guys.
back to OLC is Key. This will be the second episode.
Yep.
With your host, Study and
Joyce.
And this is actually our third episode, or like fourth episode we recorded.
I think this is our fourth.
We're still trying to figure out how we're taking the approach with the podcast.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be easier, like all things, but then once you get the ball rolling, it is always harder than you think.
Oh, yeah. You overthink and
we had this big thing planned out about sharing our message, and then we got into issues of, are we just going to be preachers and teachers?
Yeah.
Which we don't want to be, because we're students ourselves, and we didn't want to seem high and mighty.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was kind of weighing on us, or me especially. Then yesterday, we'll get into that. I was feeling really low. I was like, what are we going to do? Our plan was 3 podcasts a week. Then it was 2. Now we're doing 1 a month.
No, I was stressing too. I was like,
so our whole motto, our whole plan kind of pushed us back. It caged us in, and then we got nothing done, and I was getting more and more demotivated. So last night, I was like, we need to talk about this and discuss it, and then we decided we're going to change the name. But I was like, if we're going to change the name, will it change anything about our approach?
yeah.
It could open us up more, because we wanted to change it to Conversations with Duddy and Joyce.
But I thought that was so boring.
Yeah, and I was like, man, then I'd have to create a new email, a new Facebook, a new TikTok, a new IG,
everything
new logo, a new intro. And I already spent money on that and a lot of time. Yeah. So I was like, man, changing all of that. But I guess that's the journey, making the mistakes and keeping going.
Yeah. So our approach now is just using this as a journal, I guess?
A personal journal.
Yeah.
I think we're not here to preach anything.
No, just chatting about everything and anything.
What's going on in our lives, where we're heading, and mainly still how we're applying OLC to our lives and certain stories. Keeping that in mind as a reminder. That's all it should be. It's not a philosophy. It's not a religion. It's not the right way of life. It's just a reminder for us to observe, love, and create. And maybe, hopefully, it will help someone. And through these podcasts, we keep it in mind as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's stop overthinking.
Let's stop overthinking. You especially.
Yeah.
You get really deep into it. So how have you been feeling these last 2 days?
Not good.
Super depressed, sad, or what?
Depressed. I don't know if that's the right word. Demotivated.
Yeah.
Not demotivated. Out of the loop.
Stuck.
Stressed. Stuck. Confused. Frustrated. Upset at myself. I set these goals, which is toxic in a way. If I set these high goals and then I don't beat them, it's like setting yourself an impossible goal. Like, I'm going to run my first marathon tomorrow, and then you don't finish it because you have no idea how to run one. And then you're sad about it after, and you're depressed about it, and you beat yourself up. Why couldn't I do it? And that's what happens with my goals sometimes. And they push me in that hole, because we wanted to make a video on addictions. That was our second video.
Yeah. And we recorded it.
We recorded it, but I was like, you didn't like the podcast anyway, right?
No.
And I was like, should we be talking about addictions if we're still addicts? I know we've beat a couple addictions, and it would be helpful to tell people what we did.
I thought it could also maybe be relatable, because I am still addicted and I'm trying to get out of it.
And I saw no value in that. I was like, who cares? but why am I giving advice if I'm still an addict to certain things?
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, to the addiction thing, we were talking about how we quit weed. Yeah. And weed took a big hit on us, especially when it got legalized in Canada. It became an everyday thing, and we reasoned it to be a positive.
Yeah.
And
it was bad.
It was pretty bad. Do you want to talk about how you fell into your
how
loop?
It all started, or just the
how it started, and then kind of how you reasoned it to be good and how you got stuck in it.
So now that I look back at it, I'm very thankful for weed. Well, first of all, I started smoking when I was 15. When I met one of my best friends, Hunter, he introduced me to dabs. And honestly, I kind of think that because of us smoking weed, we grew such a close bond.
Yeah.
Because when we started smoking together, that's when we started to get super tight.
Yeah, it's a bonding thing.
So I'm always super thankful to Hunter. I feel like he was kind of, I don't know, the
reason why.
The reason why. I don't know. I've been thinking about that I'm very thankful that he left his little dab vape. Because I went into the basement. I know you probably didn't get baked from it.
Oh, I did. I was probably feeling very, very good about it.
And I just went to the basement. I'm like, Dustin, hit this shit. And you were like, okay. And then he came back the day later. He's like, you got more of that stuff? And then we just bonded, and I got from the plug, and we smoked together, and it opened us up to deep conversations. And then maybe you realized, oh, she's not that annoying. Because before that, me and Dustin, we went through a kind of rough patch when I was like 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, we were beefing.
You did not like me. I was always like, I have such a cool brother. But
I don't remember too much of that time. I know we weren't homies.
We were not homies.
So it creates a bonding.
Yeah.
A similarity.
Yeah, and I was just hitting puberty, so I could guess that I was super annoying at that time. I always wanted to be cool, and maybe you were like, oh my god, my sister is so annoying.
Yeah.
But so that's how I started getting into it, through Hunter. And then it just got more excessive over the years. And I was talking about this in the addictions podcast that we're not uploading, but here in Germany, that's when it got really tough. I don't know if their weed is just different here.
Well, it's illegal. So you get it from a guy on the street.
Yeah.
And Germany or Berlin area where we're at has lots of people, they enhance it with sprays or powders.
Yeah.
Or they grow it in some weird ass environment. So you don't know what you're getting. Mm-hmm. So we got some bad stuff.
Yeah, we did.
We got some bad stuff.
So,
but because we're addicts, we're like, we just keep buying it.
No, I kept puffing that shit back. But yeah. So I think I was super depressed here when I was smoking.
No friends, no social circle.
No friends.
No
lost
life,
everything.
No job. No house. No car.
Yeah. So, but I'm thankful for weed in some ways because of our bond that grew. That's actually the one thing that I'm just...
True, I don't want to always shit on weed, but it did have some positives.
What were your positives?
Well, it did help when you are really, I guess, lost in your boredom and depressed and bored.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like, oh, thank God I got to hit that.
It's a friend.
It was like, it's a friend in need. A friend that you need sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when you're not sure who you are, what you want to do. Yeah. And then I smoked one. I felt better, relaxed, listened to music, and that gave me motivation to do other things. Mm-hmm. But later on, it just became a crutch, an addiction, and I became a slave to it.
Yeah.
So, but I guess it did have a great impact, and you have that bonding experience with certain people.
Yeah, I remember. I can think of a lot of moments where I got super deep with people.
Yeah.
Just because you smoked up. And then you just talk about the world and life and all that. So it is pretty cool, but as a daily thing, I was puffing like 5 joints a day.
Yeah. Like we were buying a lot when it was legal.
Yeah.
But then that one time, when I decided to try LSD for the first time.
Oh my gosh, you want to tell the story?
Well, I decided to try LSD. I did research on it, watched some documentaries on it. I heard Steve Jobs said it was one of his most iconic experiences. So I was like, let's give this a try. I was mentally ready.
But you already before that did a tab.
Yeah, like
or half?
A little bit more than microdosing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was on the edge of something.
But that's when you didn't realize that it could be maybe of benefit to you, right? You just did it for fun.
I always went into it searching for benefit. I never went into an LSD trip saying, "Oh, I'm ready to trip and see stuff."
Really? Even with?
Yeah, always.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I always went into it thinking, what am I gaining from this experience, or what am I about to experience?
Wow. Okay.
So first time I did gain something. It opened my perspective a little bit on humanity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the highway and I was seeing the cars pass by. And I was like, man, we're all just people playing this game.
Yeah.
In our own world. Why can't we just be friends?
Yeah.
So I was like, hyped. And anyway, later on, I tried it again. I got Joyce as my sitter.
Yeah.
And
because Dustin's like, I need a sitter.
Yeah, I need a sitter.
We were home alone.
Get a sitter. Be in a safe environment.
Yeah.
So we did it. I did it again.
Because Dustin Googled this before he took the tab. He was
and
Googling.
The thing is, the only thing I must have missed, ignored, or not read was don't smoke cannabis while you're tripping.
Yeah.
And most people always tell me, oh, smoke. It'll give you another hit. It'll hit you deeper. Well, my whole trip was positive. It was fun and colors were floating.
Because I also set up this activity for Dustin because we read that you need to have an activity. So I got these canvases and all types of paintbrushes.
And I was painting.
Colors.
Music.
Yeah, you were vibing.
Outside. Warm weather. It was a great time. Yeah. And I was having a good time. And then we smoked.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was sitting on the balcony and I was like, something is weird. And then you're like, and then it kind of hits you. You're like, oh my God, you're on a drug and you just mixed it with another drug.
What is going to happen?
And then we kind of became aware of kind of like factor. And then things kind of started turning slowly to the worse.
Well, what? Yeah, because dude, Dustin was walking back in. Were you already getting mad at the painting beforehand? Because
No.
Dustin was no.
No, I loved my painting.
But you were because Dustin was getting mad at it. Then he was getting emotional.
I have a pic of the painting. We could add that in.
We'll include the pic. But he was talking to the painting, getting mad at the painting. Then he threw the painting. Then he punched the painting.
Oh, I don't even remember any of that.
No?
I remember that I had an experience with the painting.
Oh, you had an experience. I was like, what is going on? So was that before you smoked?
No, I think after that I was just trying to focus to stay out of the bad trip.
Yeah, and then, he was just having this ongoing battle with the painting. It was emotional, then happy, then sad. So anyways, but I think when it went really downhill was when that cloud came, right? And covered the sun.
Yeah, when the sun got covered, then I started like really becoming aware of things in a different way. Like, it was like I was in a movie.
Really?
Like they were almost more real than real. Like you could hear wind more intensely and you could see things move more intensely, and the change of light, and dark was dark and light was light.
Mm-hmm.
And shadows were like black clouds swallowing the light. It was pretty intense.
Wow.
But it wasn't in a positive way. And then I couldn't listen to any song besides one song.
What was it?
If I Gotta Die by Kasky. He just released that song.
It was on repeat. I remember that.
I don't know what was going on, but I was trying to escape my thoughts through music, but every song made it worse except that song. So I just replayed that song over and over again. Then went back to the painting.
Yeah.
And that's when I started really getting, I think, attached to the painting.
But then you ended up in mom's room.
And
Remember
that's when I found like peace in the present moment. I was like,
did you though? Because I wanted to get scooped by some homies. I didn't want to get scooped because
that was before. And then I laid down in bed.
Okay.
Because after that I was like, I need to calm down.
Yeah, and but you were in the room, and I was like, hey, Dustin, like, I'm just going to go down super quick. Just one of my homies is there. We just want to chat, because I wasn't going to leave because I knew I was the sitter, and Dustin was, like, begging me. He's like, please don't go.
Yeah, it was.
Do you not remember that?
I remember that. I was like, don't leave right now. This is not feeling good.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, and all in that moment was like, don't leave.
Yeah.
So he didn't leave.
No, I didn't.
Then
I was
we
like,
retreated to the bedroom, and I just laid down and stared at the painting. And that sort of was the distraction until I guess the cannabis wore down, 30 minutes, an hour. Yeah. And that when I slowly became more sober.
And then what happened?
Then it kind of just faded out.
Just died out.
It died out like that. And after that day where I was getting is when smoking was never the same. And I think it isn't to this day.
Really?
Because I smoked the next day, not thinking anything of it.
Yeah.
Boom. Got hit again.
Acid trip.
Low types of LSD feelings.
But anxiety, right?
Yeah, weird, unsure anxiety. Wasn't the best energy. So then we Googled it, did more research, and they're like, yeah, you can have after effects for 3 to 6 months. So then I tried smoking like every couple weeks, and it was always still the same little uncomfortable feeling, and I think that never truly went away. Because every time I smoke, I'm paranoid. Every time I smoke, I'm anxious. Unless I'm locked in my room or with people that I trust with my life.
Yeah.
I can't even smoke with close friends, then I get paranoid. It needs to be someone that I completely 100% trust.
Yeah.
Or for some reason, I get really weird inside.
So, but that's me too. But then again, my thoughts overtake me. Even if I'm with you and mom or whatever, it got weird for me.
Yeah, it's maybe we're just smoking bad stuff because I know the terpenes and all that.
What are terpenes?
Yeah, exactly. It's not just weed, right? There's all these types of brackets and subchemicals that affect your brain in some way. That's why some strains are this way and some strains are that way, and they react to other people in different ways. That's why we always, once we found a strain, we always got that one.
Yeah.
Because that one always made us feel good.
Mm-hmm.
If we got a different one, you were like slouchy, sad, lazy, hungry.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm not an expert, but definitely noticed that. And that's also a reason we quit.
That is a reason. Yeah. The anxiety.
Anxiety, and then the observation and being aware of what it did to me. Laziness.
Me too. Really bad diet for me.
Yeah, bad diet. Eating more than we should.
Bad thoughts.
Yeah.
Dad wasn't starting to like me.
Yeah. Yeah, he was starting to feel resentment towards his daughter.
Yeah. And I think that was the thing that affected me most.
Yeah, because when you smoke heavily, it does change your personality.
It does.
and you reason it as, this is who I am. They don't get me.
Mm-hmm.
They need to chill. I'm chill, or whatever it may be. But other people will see a change in you, good or bad. I guess you decide, but we decided it wasn't good for us.
Yeah. Because my dad, guys, he told me my personality was off-putting. Or making... Is off-putting the right word?
Yeah, off-putting. That's exactly what it means.
That really hit me hard.
Yeah.
I still think about that sometimes. Because he's just the one person I don't want to hear that from.
Yeah.
Well, besides you and mom, too. But if we're coming from your father, that was a big deal to me. I don't know. But we're past that, and now I'm always the DD and the responsible one.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, besides the cigarettes, I'm still hung on those.
Yeah, I guess those are better than weed for now.
But my goal is, I know people say don't set yourself the goal, but I really want to stop September 1st. But at least I have it in the back of my mind that I want to stop.
It's a start.
I think I might be able to do it.
Setting a date has never, ever, ever worked for me.
Really?
Ever. Setting a date is just postponing your addiction, and then you postpone it and postpone it.
But I'm just mentally preparing.
I think it's a weak strategy of preparation.
Yeah. Because
a date doesn't really exist. It's just a number, and sometime in the future I will.
But it's not like I'm saying, in 6 months. I'm literally wanting to quit in less than 2 weeks. I'm just mentally preparing myself, building this strength to say, this is the date that you set, so stick to it. I might be able to do it. I think I've done it before.
But you set a lot of dates for quitting weed. You might have set like 800 dates. And when you quit, you didn't set a date. You quit.
Yeah, true.
You said, I'm done. Because I think change happens in a moment. It doesn't. There's a preparation towards that moment, but it's not like I'm quitting August 30th because the weather is nice.
I guess, yeah. It's just like people say January 1st, I'm hitting the gym.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know. I just kind of want to use this strategy because nothing else is working. Because I try every single day. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, no cigarette. And then I smoke a cigarette. So if I wake up September 1st, then I know, bitch, you set this date, so stick to it. Or maybe, I don't know.
That's when you might run into the problems I'm running into, where you set this impossible goal, like, I want to quit this addiction this day.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, or addictions, you go and do the addiction. And then you're mad at yourself. Then you're depressed with yourself. And then you're like, fuck it. And then you just keep doing it. That's consistently what happens with me. And I don't even think it's the addiction that we're addicted to. It's the stimulation to get us out of a low state of mind.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So the problem isn't the addiction. The problem is that we're in a low state of mind, which, because I was watching this podcast, or it was in my book or podcast, and the guy said most change happens in a high state mind. So when you're in a low state mind, of course you're going to be more sinful, not care about your addictions. If you're in a moderate state mind, yeah, you can battle it. Mm-hmm. And if you're super happy, you have a focus, you have a vision, you know who you are, you know where you're going, that's where addictions stop. So through awareness.
Yeah.
How to apply that, I'm not 100% sure, because I want to quit sugar, and that's sort of what's been throwing me in a hole, because I always set this goal in the morning or beginning of the week, no sugar. Then you make it a day or a couple hours, and then throughout the day you hit a low state, and then you sin.
I want to quit sugar too, but it's just very hard for me right now.
Yeah, because maybe we want to do too many things.
Yeah, I'm focusing on nicotine and sugar, because you're saying, I can't quit my sugar addiction if it's not both of us doing it. And so that's another pressure. I'm like, oh my goodness, you need to stop with the sugar, but it's tough. And then I also want to stop with the nicotine. Maybe I should just set one goal for now. I don't know.
The reason I want you to quit sugar is one of the greatest ways to quit addictions is blocking triggers. The only way I got to quit weed was when you stopped buying it.
Yeah, I know.
I always got to. So that's why I'm always so hard on you. But I shouldn't be. But I know that if it's not in the house, I'd be better off. But it's not your fault.
No, but I read that too. If you're really struggling with an addiction and you know someone else struggling with an addiction, make a plan with them to get out of it together. It always works when you have a teammate. But because the problem is what?
The problem is they're another human being, and it's tough to control their actions.
I know, but sometimes they motivate each other. Another day. Oh, another day. Oh, another day.
Yeah, must be. Yeah, that's a good partner then. Or
because that's what we did with weed, kinda.
That's exactly what we did with
exactly.
Weed. But sugar is kind of like it's not really like, let's say, a drug. It's not illegal. You can buy it everywhere. It's advertised everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's deemed to be this regular thing. And we're trying to quit it. So I think it might be the hardest one to quit.
Sugar.
Because it's such a household item. And it's in everything.
Yeah, sugar is the hardest. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah. But anyway, to quitting your nicotine, I think you'll get it done.
We'll see. I hope. I don't want to be a puffer.
There's worse things.
I guess. I just don't think it's very attractive.
Yeah.
When men do it, I don't really care. But when I see girls smoking cigarettes, just my personal opinion.
Yeah, weird how that is, right?
I just don't like it. I don't like seeing women smoke.
Yeah, so if I think about it, I don't know why, but it seems like that.
You don't like it either?
Because when you think of like old times cowboys smoking, the Indian chief smoking, the old guy on the ranch, it's all the way back in history, men always been puffing on stuff. Yeah. And then when you see...
It's kind of hot.
It's like Bad Boy, James Dean, Johnny Cash. But then when you see a girl, for some reason, you're like...
I don't know. I guess there's super elegant people super elegant women, in Paris.
And with like the long golden rod.
Yeah, that's... or in the movies, a bad woman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But if someone were to record me at like a gathering and me holding and smoking a cigarette, I would not be attracted to that.
Like the energy of that you're giving off.
Of myself, at least, no. So we'll see. It's just not who I want to be.
Well, I think you'll get there.
Yeah. But.
Yeah, so.
I think that's the least of my problems right now.
Yeah.
I think we got to get that diet in check.
The diet. Yeah. Diet is another big thing.
Yeah. But, what were you going to say?
Well, nothing. We're just talking about addictions and your nicotine and sugar.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, how was your week?
Today is...
Tuesday.
Ugh.
Least favorite day of the week for me, guys. I frickin' hate Tuesdays. Always have, always will.
Saturday I worked.
Maybe not always will. That was stupid, but yeah.
What?
But I'll always hate Tuesdays. I think I just hate them right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I've just always disliked Tuesdays. Tuesdays were always shit days at school, shit days at work. It's just a Tuesday.
I guess, yeah. On the farm, every day is Monday. That's what my boss says, and he's totally right about that.
Yep.
Every day's Monday.
That's horrible.
It's good in a way, though.
It is, yeah, but...
Every day's work. Every day you have to feed the animals. Every day you have to get up and be a man.
Yeah.
There's no excited day off. It's not the ideal life, but I think it's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, my week.
Or your last week. I guess it's only Tuesday.
Last week I was quite productive, getting excited for the pod, setting everything up.
Yeah.
And then the dip came, and that's when I guess I started getting more frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, well, my boss is on vacation, so my dad is the boss. So it's been pretty easy sailing, you know. Pretty fun, just ripping around on the quad, you know, getting a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Taking it easy, but struggled a little with my pollen allergy today. I'm still a little clogged up.
Yeah.
And I think the week will turn to a better. Because tomorrow's my day off. I take Wednesdays off.
You're home alone.
Sundays. I'm hoping I can get down to making music.
Yeah.
And I'll hit the gym, music, read, write, the usual.
We watched FIFA, the World Cup.
Yeah, with my uncle.
Yeah, we watched.
Spain won.
Spain! I was rooting for Spain. Sorry, England, but Spain won that one.
Oh.
Easy and square.
England
was good too. They had them fighters on there.
England, I didn't watch a Spain game, but I watched the previous England game, and they were doing very good.
Yeah.
So.
But I just liked it because the Spanish women, they were playing with the English. They were doing the
tiki-teki or that tiki-tek.
That was so sick. It was just like they were kind of playing around with them, like, haha, you guys.
It's like watching Barcelona play.
Yeah, kind of making a joke out of them in a way. And I like that beef on the field. Like, bring it on, ladies.
But they were very calm.
The Spanish?
They seemed calm throughout the game, where the Brits are.
They kind of let it get to their head a little. The pressure.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. And Team Spain was like, bring the pressure on, but we're still chill. We're going to keep passing it. But I think Team England was they were getting a bit frustrated. That's what I felt.
They were still attacking. They
were trying.
They had a couple good chances.
Yeah. But they were getting aggressive there.
You are, dude. The whole stadium's watching.
But they were pushing, and
it just happens when you're angry or frustrated. You want to win the cup. Like, there's money on the line. There's fame on the line.
True,
there's
true.
people watching. Like, you're just gonna push some chick.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but Team Spain didn't do that. Maybe a little.
They got aggressive. They do a little pulling here and pushing there.
Okay, yeah. But no, I'm happy for Spain. I love Spain. I hope to see you again soon, Spain. That was nice there.
Mallorca.
Mala.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what else did we do? Yeah, my Oma and my Opa just had their wedding anniversary, but my Oma is up in the sky in heaven. But Dustin had the reminder on his phone. Oh, you just think of everything.
I'm trying to.
So we got my Opa a flower bouquet, brought that to him. He got mad at us because it cost money, but I think deep down he liked it.
Yeah, he's just a money guy. He always thinks we spend too much money.
Yeah.
Even if we get him flowers for his anniversary.
I could come by with strawberries, and he'd be like, "Strawberries cost money, Joyce. You need to keep that money in your pocket."
Yeah, one time he bought a watermelon.
Yeah.
And a watermelon here is like $6-7.
Yeah.
It is expensive.
It is.
It is freaking expensive.
Yeah.
But, it was a hot day. We wanted to have a great time at the yard. People were coming. And he kind of low-key got upset at you, right?
He gets mad at me for buying a watermelon.
And then my dad, so his son, gave him a little speech.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't stop treating my daughter this way, she will not come here. She goes out of her way to spend her money on some fruit, Yeah. It's not alcohol.
No.
It's not some bullshit. It's a watermelon.
Yeah.
You don't even have to say thank you. Just smile.
But I love him regardless. I mean, he is turning 80 soon. So.
What a dog.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we're going to Denmark soon. How you feeling about that? I'm so excited about that whirlpool.
We're going to Denmark with grandpa and uncle.
Yep.
And parents.
Opa paid.
I'm quite excited about Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm just excited about vacation. But
I want a case so it's not going to be the warmest anymore because we're going end of September, beginning of October. But I think we should go into the water every morning at 5:30. Mom's with it. Mom has been talking about it. She got the idea from her. And we should go into the ocean every single morning and take I guess, what's it called? A cold plunge?
Yeah.
And then we can go back to the crib because the crib is, 50 meters from the ocean?
200.
Really?
300.
Okay, I have a hard time with this.
But that's not a lot.
No, it's not. Like, you can walk there very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can go home and go into the hot tub.
There is no way that our mother is waking up at 5:30.
Really?
No way in hell.
Don't underestimate my mom like that.
There is no way. Sorry, Mom. There's no way you're getting up. There is no way on vacation she's getting up.
That is so true. My
to
mom...
do a cold plunge. Come on. Come on.
Dad would be more with it than...
That's some good humor.
Stop.
I'd do it with you.
Mom is a very... she loves her bed.
We go to the beach.
Yeah.
We do a 5-kilometer jog, 5 a.m. David Goggins style. Cold plunge. Whirlpool. Bed. Wake up. Podcast.
Or we just stay awake, do the pod, and then nap.
Yeah, we just sleep. Eat, sleep.
Yeah.
Now we're probably going to do a podcast in Denmark. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Maybe set it up outside or something.
Maybe even right by the ocean.
Yeah, maybe in the ocean.
Yeah, that'd be sick. No. But yeah, no, that's what's happening. And this weekend we were at a barbecue. How did you feel about the barbecue?
I did like the barbecue.
Really?
I did like the barbecue.
Okay.
You didn't?
I liked it.
But?
No, it was good. At first it was a little awkward.
It's always awkward meeting new people.
Yeah, because, so my mom knew this woman.
From school back in the day?
I don't think from school. That was another friend.
Okay, so she rekindled with an old friend.
Yeah. And you used to play with her kids.
When I was like 2 years old.
Yeah. So basically this woman, she has 2 sons.
2 sons.
One's 22, one's 26.
So I'm right in the middle with 24.
And I'm
20.
Right under. So 20, 22, 24, 26.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was a little awkward when we got there. I was like, where do I say what's going on here? But I think they were a little bit shy too. Not shy, but they were just...
Well, the older fella is more laid back. The other guy was a social creature. Mm-hmm. They didn't retreat or go on their phones, really.
No, they were trying to get into the circle.
They stayed in the vicinity and tried to hop into a side convo to...
Yeah.
I like the effort.
Me too.
And I always reciprocate. I still don't have the full capacity to just straight up walk up to him and be like, yo, what's cracking?
Yeah, like Triton.
I kind of just like, not like my drums like Triton. I kind of like expand.
Me too. I read the room first. I'm like,
I start with one person, spread into the second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
I don't really head on straight to the...
It was a great night, but you know what? Dustin went home. What time did you go home? At 11 or so?
12. Me, Mom, and Dad, we looked at the clock. We were sitting there, and it was, 3:45 or so? That's fucked. And I'm like, where has the time gone? And everyone was still at the table. Holy crap. And the energy was up. Yeah? Yeah.
We were like, okay, guys, we need to call it a night.
That is crazy that you guys kept that energy going.
I don't even know how. Because I never drink, but I ended up drinking. Because the oldest son is like, hey, we'll just drink together or whatever. So then I got lit. And then I just got lost in the time. But it was sick.
I had to work, but...
Yeah, you had to work. You dipped.
But I started dreaming, too. I kept zoning out.
Yeah, I was looking at you, and you kept on hitting the hookah.
Yeah, like, I got into some weird mind space there.
Yeah.
Even Mom's friend, she was like, hello.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if that's the alcohol or the nicotine or if you're in that in-between stage of drunk and sober.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I left. It felt good going home.
Yeah, but I think they enjoyed our company. I don't know.
Yeah.
She wants to do it again immediately.
Yeah, well.
She's like, we need to do this again. To Mom.
She was lit.
She was so lit. But no, yeah, that's what happened this weekend. Tomorrow I'm going swimming with my little cousins. Pray for me. They are a handful, to say the least. Well, the other one is
a handful.
So they're twins. So we got a boy and a girl. The girl is all over the place. She's like all over the place.
She's all over the place. Mentally, she stumbles over her words. She wants to do, I think, everything at once,
but nothing at all,
but has interest but no interest.
Yeah.
But is kind, loving, respectful, cute.
And her brother is unique.
A tyrant, I would say.
Bro.
I would say tyrant.
Yeah.
Temperament problems
is bad.
I love children, and I want to have a lot of children when I'm older.
Me too, and that's why you need to...
But the problem is they're not my children. I don't think we're allowed to an extent to raise them.
No, we're not.
And I don't think you can raise a child spending 1 hour a month with them.
No, we can't. But I don't, because we were already debating on not inviting him anymore to anything.
Yeah.
And my opinion changed yesterday.
I still think that's valid. If you tell the kid, hey, if you cannot behave, and if you...
Yes, if we tell him that, but we haven't told him that.
We told him the last time he was here.
Okay,
and he literally told us to his face that he never wants to come here again.
But you can't tell a child that when he's filled with anger. He doesn't even really listen to you. He doesn't care.
But did we not do that prior when you picked him up?
I have no idea, and I think that might even be a mistake too.
His mom did that. His mom. Mm-hmm. Because you told them we didn't want him, and then she said, take them both. I'll talk to him. So he got spoken to by his mother.
He was behaving until the moment when he cracked again. But dude,
well, no.
What?
The night before, it was his way or no way.
About what?
The movie. It was his way or no way, and if we wouldn't have gone his way, he would have thrown a fit. So his sister retreated, and he got his way, and then it was peaceful.
I just don't think it's his fault that he's the way he is. And I don't think he means to do it.
It's not his fault, but you need to teach him.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to teach him if you just constantly are doing things with his sister now.
You teach him by telling him if you don't know how to play,
yeah,
you will not be invited to play.
Yeah, and you have to give it another try then.
I'll give it another try.
Because that's what I'm doing. I was against that too, but you know what? I stepped over that. I'm like, I can't just always invite his sister to things and not him, because it's not his fault that he has these issues. He's a child. He's 10. He can't even process it, and I don't think he's doing this with evil intent.
No, I get that.
And it's completely different when you're alone with him too. I don't know. So I'm going to try and enjoy my day with them at the water park tomorrow.
Yeah.
See how it goes, but you can't just...
I agree with you 100%. We're on the same page, but I'm saying it's not his fault.
But you're saying we just shouldn't invite him anymore.
No, I'm saying that he needs to be taught a lesson.
Yes, of course.
So next time, if we do hang out with him, I will tell him, if you don't behave.
But I think that's another thing that we might be doing wrong. As soon as we pick him up, we say, "Don't do this."
So what do you do? You have a child. You're on in a store.
We just have to see. Maybe it has changed. Maybe he's realized. I think he when I was there, he even realized that we didn't want him around.
Well, I don't know what it's like. Last time he didn't greet us. He didn't say goodbye. He said our home was shit. He says he never wants to come here again.
I know that, but...
So, the kid needs a lesson.
He does, but we can...
So, if you're somewhere with him and he throws a fit...
We take him home right away.
And he's an embarrassment. Well, first of all, you have to get him in the car.
Well, you as a cousin, you can pack him in the car.
True, but it's also just the process of making that scene in public. And
well, then maybe try and spend time with them in not a public place. Go over to their crib and be like, he loves to puzzle. You used to love to puzzle. I don't know, but you can't. I'm not gonna do that because that's also gonna create beef with our auntie. If you already see how she reacted to me.
Yeah, but if you have a conversation with her.
Yeah, she's going to say, what, are you guys just not going to invite my 10-year-old anymore because he's throwing fits?
No, I'd be like, I want to teach him that if you don't learn how to play with people, people will not invite you to play.
Yeah, but you'd have to say that to her, but we would have to give it another try then.
Yeah. It's just I have so much limited time.
Yeah, then you don't even have to worry about it. I don't have much time for them either, but it was also, I really wanted to get some tanning in and go to the pool, so I took the opportunity. It works.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. It's like you have limited time. Everyone, uncles, grandparents, friends, job, music, everything, everyone wants time, and then you have time for them, and then you just deal with negative
energy. I get it.
Disrespectful energy from this little devil.
10-year-old, yeah. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, if anyone knows how to deal with children that have temperament issues, and I don't know. I don't know how to... I do know. It's just not my child, and I don't have time for him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Or that's just how it is.
I just think we'll see how it goes tomorrow, but if he throws one fit, I'm driving him home.
Yeah, but then you got to pull that through.
Yeah, but then I always think that this sucks for his sister because then she needs to leave the pool. She needs to get out.
That's what I mean. Don't take the kid. That's why you make the announcement at home.
Well, he's probably gotten the announcement from his mom.
And no one's ever pulled through. He's always gotten what he wanted in every situation. He wants a chocolate bar. He doesn't get it. He throws a fit. He gets the chocolate bar. He says he's going to go home. He throws a fit. He doesn't go home.
I don't know. I'm not going to completely just
no, you don't have
out
to.
Of my life,
no, you don't have to do that.
Because he is a kid.
Yeah. But don't let kids do things that make you hate them.
No, I know. But I'm all for a couple extra chances.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, especially when it's a child.
That's the empathetic mother side in you.
He's 10. If he was 15, 16, I'd look at it way differently.
If it was my son, I'd look at it differently.
Yeah, me too. But I also just don't want beef with my auntie. You weren't the one that she spoke to in that way.
No, you always get beefed at.
Exactly. So
I always just hold myself back.
Yeah. So I always get the hammer on the head. So I'm just gonna try and stay out of it. I'm gonna invite her son. If it doesn't work out, I'm driving him home. Done. But yeah, so I'm going to the pool tomorrow, and I'm super hyped for that.
Good.
Somewhat, because Jules can't swim, and Aiden is going to be all over the place. So we'll see.
Jules can't swim.
No.
Okay.
But
Then you got to teach her.
But she likes to go into the deep end.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good combo.
That's what her mom told me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She likes the deep end,
Yeah.
but can't swim.
Yeah, so you always need to be with her.
How does that even work?
I have no idea.
How does a kid go in the deep end without swimming?
I don't know. She maybe holds on the side.
Oh, like she just wants the feeling of not touching the floor.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Going to the pool with kids is a big responsibility, so I'm glad you're taking mom with you.
I would never have done that alone. 2 of them? Hell no.
Smart move.
I can barely watch myself there.
That's intense.
And they're going to be like, let's go on the slide. Let's go on the slide. Over and over and over and over.
Oh.
So I'm probably going to go down that slide 800 times tomorrow.
Isn't the slide like 2 meters?
Yeah. So, but I'm excited. And then I'm going to invite them out for ice cream if everything goes well. If not, then home. Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow?
Gym.
Is your computer on or who's talking?
Is that my computer?
Can you... I don't know.
I wasn't watching anything. Well, that's just a really loud neighbor.
We have very loud neighbors
Through the
up
cement
there.
walls?
It sounds like it's coming from our crib.
I'm going to check that out.
What do I talk about now?
What are you doing tomorrow?
What do you mean? I just told everyone what I was doing tomorrow. I'm going swimming. But Thursday, it's supposed to be hot too. My mom's busy. My dad's busy. Dustin's busy. So I'm all by myself. So. What?
That is weird.
Why? Speaking to the mic.
That was pretty weird. My computer was off. Like standby.
Uh-huh.
I had a minimized tab with a podcast in it.
Yeah.
From last night.
Yeah.
And it just started playing while the computer was off and the tab was still minimized. That's kind of...
That's haunted.
That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we're going to wrap this epi up.
Yeah.
Or how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You know what also I've been thinking about is I really want to start tattooing again.
Tattoo me.
No. You're the last on the list.
Oh.
Mom and Dad both have 2 whack-ass unfinished tats. Wait, so do you.
The flower power.
Don't show people that. That looks
It's cool.
awful. Yeah, I really want some more tats too, but I don't know where. I got some hand tats in the mix, I think. In the mix.
Yeah, more hand tats?
Yeah, I love hand tats.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that's where I'm going to stop, is just like here.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to be I used to want to be tattooed everywhere. Completely black.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That must have been your Suicide Boys time, right?
It was when I would dress like a boy and shit.
Ooh.
And I cut my hair.
Ooh.
And I came off that M phase. I was like...
tats.
Yeah. No, because I was... Okay, so I was modeling, right? And then I cut my hair after that sick-ass trip. You know what I'm trying to say? So I cut my hair. And, yeah, and then my perspective changed. I said, you know what? I can still be a model, but I'm going to be one of those all tatted. I wanted to bring a different thing into the modeling industry. Like, I could look like a Victoria's Secret angel, but the goth version.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I was trying to put a different twist on it.
How'd that go?
Not good.
Not good.
I quit modeling, and I'm never
no
getting
tattoos.
tats. No.
That time.
Wait, while we're still on the topic of tats, I think I should tell them quickly about... Was this I think this was my first ever tattoo. This tattoo, everyone. Look at it. really nice and close. I'm going to add some pics of the before. Or, no. Of the before? Before this? Yeah.
Before that, it was just an arm. With no tat on it.
Okay. Before it looked like this, it looked a lot more crisp and dark.
Oh, before... when you had it done right.
Yes.
Right after you had it done.
Yeah, and then during the infection, and then... What?
During the infection, post-infection.
Yeah, so
pre-infection.
Basically, Dustin here, his birthday was right around the corner, like 2 days before. And I thought I was at my friend's crib, and
it wasn't even a friend. It was like a person you met a couple days ago, right?
Yeah. But we're in touch now. Like, sometimes we hit each other up.
What's her birthday?
Huh?
What's her birthday?
No clue.
What a homie.
Sorry, Bailey.
What a homie.
But she's an amazing singer, and she's actually very sweet. But anyways, yeah, so she's like, yo, guys, I do stick and poke. And I'm like, yo. The shit sounds
I think everybody
hot.
does stick and poke.
Yeah. Most of my finger tats are stick and poke. Anyways, so, yeah, I was like, you know what? Go big or go home. I want my brother's birthday in Roman numerals. We had
Boom.
we had no idea what Roman numerals looked like, so we were searching. These might even be the wrong Roman numerals. Like,
no, I think they're correct.
Really? Because we just went on a website on Google, and then the other website said it differently than the other. So it was just we just hope for the best.
But you even did 4/19/1999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It's good, but we usually write day, month, year in Germany. But it doesn't matter. I guess you got in Canada and they write it like that.
Exactly. So anyways, yeah, so she tatted me up, and then I said, you know what? Pop some stars in there. Because he's my favorite thing in the universe.
But the funny thing is, though, if you connect those stars, she did those randomly, right?
Yeah. Like completely random.
It's the star alignment of my star sign.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fucking weird.
We're going to add in a picture. But yeah, so if I were just to draw a line from there to there.
To there?
It would be your
Aries star sign.
Yeah. Your star alignment.
Alignment.
Yeah, so that's pretty sick. Anyways, so I go home. I'm like, holy shit, Dustin's gonna love it. I go home. I'm like, guys, I had no shame in it. I thought it was the sickest fucking thing. I was like, I just got tatted up and for free. Yeah, she didn't charge me. So mom and Dustin were in the living room. Dad wasn't home. He was trucking. And yeah, Dustin hated it.
I can't.
Do you remember that moment when I showed you?
I was so shocked.
Really?
I was like, that's the most ghetto thing I've seen. You want to be a model. You do a stick and poke with a random girl in your in some basement.
It was in her room.
In her room.
Yeah.
I was like, you're fucked.
Mom hated it too. Mom was like, what the fuck?
But Mom, I guess, fed off my energy maybe? Or I fed off her?
She hated it because I was 15 at the time. She's like, you did not ask for our permission.
Yeah, true. You were 15.
She was pissed.
Yeah.
So, but my mom was the easiest one to,
convince that
it was a really good idea.
Yeah.
Then
the emotional side behind it.
Then my mom snitched on me to my dad.
Well, of course.
Yeah, obviously. And my dad gave me. I was at school the next day, and my dad called me. I was in the lunch lunchroom. My dad called me. He's like, "Send me a video of this thing right now." I'm like, I sent him a video. I'll put in the video that I sent to him. He thought it was humongous. And it wasn't even that big, but whatever. He said, he threatened me. He's like, I'm suing her parents.
I was like, yo, calm down.
I'm getting lawyers involved. Just really bad. And
well,
then I was
because
like,
he just saw it as my little princess got damaged
by this chick. And it looks ghetto as fuck.
It looks ghetto. He thought you were going to be a model.
Yeah, so Dad's dreams were crushed in that moment and on that day. I started crying. I was in the bathroom. I'm like, Dad, please, no, like, don't sue her parents. Like, I don't want beef here. And then he's like, okay, well, then every single paycheck that you make from Walmart is going towards a tattoo removal.
Laser removal.
Like, yeah. So, then I don't really know what happened after that. I went home, and then...
You went on to how to remove tattoos.
No. Yeah, I was in the bathroom. I hung up the phone with my dad, and I just sat there for a second. I'm like, what do I do? I was so scared of Papa. I was so freaking scared. I was terrified of him. So I go and skip my last 2 school blocks. I only had 2 blocks left. Each were 80 minutes. So I was like, okay, I got to go. I had this homie at the time. She's like, yeah, like, come to my place. We're going to try and get this off of your skin, like, out of it. So we used... Oh, and Kayla was there, too. Kayla came, too, and Kayla was rubbing it because I was getting tired of rubbing this shit out of my skin. We used salt. We used lemon. We used baking powder. We used baking soda. Any type of shit in the kitchen, we used. Because I watched this video on YouTube of this guy removing his tats with salt and all these different kitchen chemicals, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get it out. So we were rubbing on it. And then Kayla's like, hey, like, I need to go back to school. So then she dipped, and then I kept on scrubbing it. Yeah.
And then it looked like a fucking bloody mess.
Yeah, it looked bloody. It got super infected, got crusted. Then I went home. My dad was home. And my dad's like, oh, it wasn't even that big. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. And I'm like...
And your half your arm is, like, off.
Yeah. And my mom freaked. Mom was like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, I guess learning lesson there, too, as a don't scare your child into making such decisions.
Yeah, I think Dad was very shocked that I did that because I thought, oh my gosh, if I get this out of my skin,
he'll be happy. He'll be proud.
Yeah, Dad's going to be happy. Dad's not even going to know I had it.
Yeah. The mind of a child.
I'm so stupid. Yeah.
No, it's not stupid at all. That's logical thinking as a child when you're, I guess, scared of your dad.
Yeah.
You want to fix the issue the best way you can.
I wasn't scared he was going to beat me. Oh, never. But
you were embarrassed.
I never wanted to disappoint my father. So that's what I was scared of, was of him looking at me and being disappointed. That was always my biggest fear as a child. But anyways, yeah, so that's the story behind this bad bugger. But you know what? I'm keeping this the way it is forever. People always say you can get it fixed up, you can get it touched up, and I'm like, no.
I think it's the story now that matters.
This shit is staying. If anything, I think I will maybe connect the stars one day, because I think that might add a little modern touch to it, and
yeah, maybe in like that blue touch too.
Yeah, but and
then I got the matching one, but I got mine professionally done.
Yeah,
of her date, but in
a better
actual
font.
Numbers.
Yeah, actual numbers.
Not real big.
26/11/2002. Yeah, so we're repping. Yeah, and I think I've talked enough for now.
Yeah.
I'm getting really hot too.
So. Okay. I think I'm going to make a steak.
Yeah?
I think so.
At this time?
It's 8 o'clock.
Bruh. Didn't you just crush a whole pizza?
No, like 4 hours ago.
Oh. Okay.
What's a pizza? It's just dope.
Oh, if I eat a pizza, I'm full for the whole day.
Yeah,
like the cheese.
It's nothing about it that's filling.
The cheese and the oil and the
When I ate that pizza, I was like, I'm hungry. If I eat a steak, I'm like, I'm full.
Oh, you men do it differently.
But my steak was frozen, so I was like, what am I gonna eat? I have no eggs, no steak, no ground beef.
Now you could eat a steak with butter and eggs.
Correct.
With some cashews.
With some cashews.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for listening to this pod.
OLC is key. Remember to observe, love, and create.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you posted. New episodes.
Ew, what the fuck?
Boom, boom. Is that what you're trying to do?
No.
No?
That was not.
Is that your thing?
That was not the vibe, guys. But, yeah, peace out.
Akon.